Hello and welcome back for my video about my project called Family Organizer. In this video I will try to make it quick because what we're doing here is moving all the code we have here in the configuration. We have a lot of lines, and what I want to do with all of those lines is put it into the components called child, adult, and then pet. And then I want to create the JavaScript file inside the essence folder. That's what the plan is, because the next video I have planning to building the validation, so you can't press next if the validation is not completed. So let's go in for the top. The first we want to do here is creating the new folder called system configuration. Inside this we want to create 3 components: adults, and one for child, and one for the pets. And then we need the essence files here to call the JavaScript. And inside JavaScript we need 2 files, one for human and one for pets. So let's going back here to the configuration file here, and what we want to do here is we need to the for loop down here, and the first we want to move should be adults. So put it inside here. Just a second. Inside here we want it. The first we want to call it adults, because we need to move this. Before we can do this, we need to implement our components here. So we need to import, let's say adults, and then we need the child, and import pets. It should be here too. And then we need to go down here to say components. So we get access for all the components inside. And then we of course have adults here, and it's closed. We need childs and we need pets. So let's running the project to say run and say dev. It should starting up the family organizer project. And let's jump into the adults and make a div tag here and say testing this component. Then we should have it reloading, and testing this component is here. So that's perfect. So let's moving to the adult and move all the stuff for the adults here from the configuration. and we have the adult here. If the templates is adult, then move everything down here. We can cut it out and move it to the adults. And we need a little bit more before we can do this, because this will making an error, because we have options human gender, and that's something we have down here, options human gender and relationship. So we need to fix this first. So let's cut this up and move it up to adults. We only want to show this component if the index key is adult, and we only need the amount of loops inside. So here we want to make a property called amount, and we want to pass an integer, and then we need to pass the value from the loop, and the key is adult, because then we don't need this anymore, and we can cut it down here so it doesn't broke everything. And we need to move this one, we need to move it inside to our adult here, and we have some error, I know, but then we need the property down here, and we work with properties, so say props amount default should be 0 and required. And the type should be int. So we can going up here to say a temp, here we go, and the template should have the v4, and we have an n in this amount. Then we make a loop for all the code here, and then we have the n and the index, but we know what it's speaking about right now, so we can just type it, say adult. So we have the number of adult as before, and then we need to say here the index should be adults number 1, and then we need to see what's happening else. Nothing else happening, and we have an error here. Let's see what the error is. VL's index is equal to pets. It's something over here. We need a v here, and then it should be correct. Yes. Let's going back for this and say we want the options for human and gender, and then we need to import the human from here we go, and should be assets, and going inside to the JavaScript, and then we need the human here. We don't need the JS, and what we want for this is saying the return value data need to return, and this should be human and human. Then we get directly access for the human inside our components template here up here. So let's going back for the human here and say model export, and what we want to export here is a ginger, and we already have the ginger and we need the relationship. So let's going back for the configuration here and going down to the ginger and the relationship, going up for the human and paste it inside, so we don't need to do it one more time. We need to spelling this correct, so we say child, and let's see what it's saying here. Okay, it should be correct here, and male and female, and you don't want to tell what gender you are. And then we have the king, the queen, the child, and the friend. So let's going back for the component here, not this, we need to add all still. And what we want to do now, it's yes, we want to say human ginger, and then we need to human relationship. And I technically think this is it, but no, we get an error. Okay, let's try to remove this just for fun. Okay, so that's something here we need. Okay, I can't remember this in the head. Okay, just ignore the type, because I cannot remember this in the head when we're recording here. So let's skipping this. We're going back. You can see now the adult. We can say 3 adults, and everything here is working as it should be. And we can say 1, but you can see down here we say adult 1. So let's just ignore this for now. Now we have the adult completed. Now we need the child down here, and the child is basically the same as the adult, but we're going back here and scrolling up for the child up here. We take this, copy it down here and say child, and I know now you say this is incorrect, but I will fix this. Just need to figure out where it is. Here, the first one, and move this. It's saying something is wrong. I just need to look it up on Google Wiki to see about spelling correct, but yeah, Wikipedia says spelling correct, so let's just ignore it's saying a typo in the word. Whoops. And then we're going down here. We have child here, components. Here we go. And we're scrolling up here, and yes, now we're ready. Copy this and take this away, and take this away too. And now we're going for the child, and we need this one, and we're going inside. And And like the before, we need to have a for loop where we take the property, and down here we need the props with the amount. Default is 0 and it's required. And then we need the data here, because we want to import human, the JavaScript model export from the human, and then we say human is equal to human, and we're going to adult, down to adult, and we just copy this line, going down. That's fine, and then we need to go up here and say we for in this amount, and the child's, and remove this and remove this, and I think that's one more. No, we don't have any error. So let's say we have adults, child. Okay, we have one little error back. Not an error, but it's a little bit here. We need the headline. We have the child here, child 1 and 2, and adult. We will remove this after. So let's go back and say the pet is what we want now. So let's going back for the configuration here and copy the pet information in the component. Let's put it inside to the pet component, due tag and temp. Inside the temp we need this one, and in the configuration we take the data from the previous one and say pets, and what we do here is basically just remove this, because this one should be inside all the loops. So go down here, and the end of the loop we need the spacer. We have it here. Now you are ready to building the pets here. Model export, and inside here we want the type and the gender. The type is a dog, cat, and something else, and the gender we want the male, female, and we don't know what gender our pet is. So let's go back for the configuration. I want to copy this to the pet and going inside here, and then we need the pet here, and say import pets from the beginning, assets JavaScript, and then pets. That's fine. And we want the properties, props, and its amount. Default is 0, required, true. And then we want the data, and what we want to return is pets. We just call it pet. Pet from pets, that's fine. We basically call it pets up here. I will refactor this and rename it to pet. And what we've done inside here, it's just remove the options, and then we want to go up here and say pets, going to adults, and copy the h2 tag, put it inside and call it pet v4, the n is in this amount, and let's try to see what's happening. Okay, we missed something here. It's because we take the wrong file, and let's say one pet and 3 child. So adult, 3 child, and 1 pet. I've removed the other stuff here. Let's going back to the editor and say this is what we have, but we still have a little bit cleanup in the system configuration here. We don't need the options anymore. We only need this code. I don't think need anything else. No, and we still have, if we say inspect to the console, and we still have to press the button configuration. So that's what we're doing in this video, and I hope you enjoy, and thank you for watching. Remember, you can always find my code on GitHub. The link will be below in the description, and I hope you want to subscribe my channel to press the ding in the right corner below. And of course, if you have any questions, please make a comments below. I'll try to answer them as fast as I can, and I hope you want to share this video with your friends and hit the like button below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you want to watch more in the future. Thank you so much.